Hello, gamers! Welcome back to the final episode of the Unicraft server. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, and I haven't even played on the server because I've been getting a lot of stuff sorted out, just getting back in the summer groove. And also, I didn't have a mic, my old one broke, and my audio quality sounded absolutely terrible. Like, oh my goodness, it was bad. Listen to some of this.
Suit. And in this election, I plan to run and I plan to win.
Now, pause. I know what you're thinking. Sounds terrible, right? Luckily, well, not luckily, I'm going to voice over the entire thing and make it all sound good. Yippee! Now, on the server, we have an election coming up. I'm not sure exactly what we're voting for, but I want to win it. Now, in my inventory, I have 64 of my own head that I can use to display and campaign all across the server. These were a gift from the server admin because we don't have that data pack where players drop heads on their death. And the only way for us to get it right now is through commands, and that's just because of the nature of the server. It's probably impossible. We don't know. I'm mostly because I'm not the server admin, and also because we're playing on that paper eternal server, so it's like bedrock players and java players can play on it together, and I just don't know. I think implementing it would just be too much work. Now in this propaganda box here there's a map, and you may notice some red lines and a lot of gray, and that's because I'm filling out an entire section of map just covering the ocean with stone, so I can build a map art and fill it with propaganda, so I can say whatever I want, and I can make people vote for me, and they make sure that they know that I'm the best candidate. And you also may have noticed a lot of diamond armor in that chest. And that's because the other goal of the video, and you could say even the main goal, is I did get a little distracted with the election stuff. I didn't know that was going to happen. Popped up. Anyway, the armor is for putting every set of armor trim on a full netherite set of armor in my own little bat cave. Let's get into it. What you see here in the underground cave is every set of armor trim, or at least you will. I am surrounded by diamond enchanted armor. Now, some of it's max enchanted, I did want to max enchanted at the start until I started doing it, and then I hated it because I didn't have an XP farm, and my old and the end was reset. It's like all that jazz. And I didn't want to torture myself because I'm not even gonna wear most of these sets. So just regular enchanted armors for most of these sets. Let me pull up some of these, like specifically the ancient city ones are enchanted. Check out these enchants just to show you that the armor is in fact max enchanted on at least a couple of sets. Time to pull up my armor trims. That's right, I have every single armor trim in the game. If you watched last episode, you might have seen me collect them all, but check it out. Eye, Snout, Tide, Spire, Rib, Wild, Dune, Coast, Vex, Ward, Silence, Wayfinder, Shaper, Razor, Host, and finally, Sentry. Sentry was the hardest one to actually get, listed here, because listed here they're actually in chronological order that I acquired them. The hardest was just to find pillager outposts, because I did not know the world seed. And just finding ancient cities, just find a good mountain, dig under, maybe there's an ancient city in there, and maybe not. But pillager outposts, you just gotta get really lucky. There's also 30 netherite upgrades in there, and in order to use those, I'm gonna have to dig deep into my diamond stash because I don't think I have enough currently to actually use all of this. Now, the upgrades I'm going to have to fortune my precious deep slate diamond stash, although I do have 47 diamond blocks and 60 netherite ingots. Love the off-camera mining. Look deep into my diamond business ledger, and you'll see exactly how much these netherite upgrades will cost me. 350 diamonds or 38.8 diamond blocks. I have more than enough. At least for the upgrades, that is. Alright, I've grabbed 38 diamond blocks. I think I'll put the other ones away. Now, just to make sure that my math is correct, it's time to duplicate all of these, spend all of these diamond blocks onto creating more netherite upgrades. Oh, this is just so expensive. Oh my goodness. Hurts me to see it happen.
Do.
Hmm. Looks like I'm gonna use 39 diamond blocks. That way it gives me an extra 16 left over.
Now, 60 netherite ingots is an awful lot of netherite, but I'm still 4 ingots short. So, wait, what? 4 ingots short? But in this other chest, I saw 8 netherite ingots. Well, those are because, I've got to have at least 2 armor sets with netherite trim on them. Like, come on. Actually, ooh. I don't know. Ooh, what do I do? What do I do? I know that netherite on netherite, it's just not that good, really. Like, I think I've gotta. Yeah, come on. I'm not going to. I'm not getting any more netherite. I am done. Like, okay, maybe it is actually kind of fun, but also it's so boring. But it's uh oh
And with that, I finally have over 1,000 diamonds spent. And I didn't actually have all five, like five of each armor trim because I used some for my current armor and some other armors, so I just had to duplicate those ones up again. But that's no big deal. Nothing compared to the big spending I just did earlier. Ooh-wee. Now that is all of those sets of armor upgraded to netherite. Woo-wee, expensive. Now I'm thinking we start here with rib because I think rib has a natural way to just darken the tone. So if we put netherite on it, it should be noticeable, at least a little bit. So that's what we're going to use our expensive netherite on it. I was thinking silence, but I just know the diamond looks so good on silence. So rib, you get the netherite trim. That right there is the rib armor trim with netherite on it. So expensive, honestly, but you got to do what you got to do if you're rich. If you're rich, you're rich. What can I say?
okay, don't tell me I'm wearing. Oh yeah, good. I'm wearing the eye one. So this is what the eye and the dune ones look side by side with the gold trim. Honestly, they're both pretty fire. I just like the eye one a little bit better. Although maybe the dune helmet comes into play.
There we have it. Every single armor trim in Minecraft. Like, sure, it's not every combination and every color, but every single one of them is there. Now, in my inventory, here I have every single one ranked. Diamonds. This is coming in at number one. It's just a classic rich flex. I love the color blue. Gold. It's just, a classic rich person color. Iron. It's actually the sleeper pick. I didn't think I'd like this one as much as I did, but it actually looked really good. Quartz is sort of just like iron, but it's just a little softer. Redstone looks great on diamond armor. It's just hard to see on enchanted netherite. It's just too dark. Emerald's actually not that bad on the ones I put them on, like the wild and razor. In sort of like if we go over here, like look at wild, like it actually fits it. And razor, like it actually, or razor, sorry, not razor. It looks good. Finally, last place, we got Amethyst and Lapis. Like, Amethyst, like, it looks good on the ones I put it on, like Host, and especially Spire. Like, Spire looks amazing. Like, wow. But Lapis Lazuli, it's, like, it's just too dark. Like, I would put it on Coast because it just fits the theme. Like, it's got that nice underwater thing. But I, I would say that on most armors, I would just go for diamonds. Like, I just think the blue looks so much better compared to the dark blue that the Lapis gives. Anyway, I've got quite the place here, like a literal bat cave. Like, let's say I want to wear something now. Like, oh, like look at this assortment. Like, I can just go up, I can take one off, oh, put it on. I put one back, but then the problem is, well, that's the wrong set. Well, here's the solution to that. I take it off, I put it on, and then I put my old one in the barrel, so that I know, okay, that's where that one came from. And I could do it like that if I want to, or I could just craft myself a whole new set. And let's be real, that sounds like a lot of work, but also I'm not going to mess up with the display units. So if I actually want to wear anything, I'm going to have to go craft more. Oh, probably not going to do that. But anyway, this is a nice little project. I like to look around this place. Like it's just like pretty expensive decorations, but I think it's all worth it in the end. All right, it looks like from 2 stacks and 41 diamond ore, we managed to get 5 stacks of diamonds plus 49. Which translates to exactly 41 diamond blocks. You may have noticed that I had 47 diamond blocks before, which means that I had very similar amounts of diamond ore and actual diamonds in terms of just being equal in diamonds. Although now my reserves are empty, so these are my last diamonds. What you're looking at here is me placing down a bunch of lava as I finally figure out the optimal technique to place down a bunch of lava to turn a whole map into just a stone base. Originally, I started out just placing lava and just placing it on the next part wherever the lava stopped, going picking it up. And then I thought, oh, it's boring. I don't want to do that. So I started placing blocks by hand, and then I ran out of blocks. And I placed like multiple shulker boxes worth of like just stone blocks. And then that was going pretty slow too. So I put down these like little wire frames about I'd say 3 blocks apart. And what I did was then I would go and put the lava on that so that it would spread in both directions, which would be like doubling the actual previous rate that the lava was using. And then from there, it would just made it so much easier to just go in a straight line backwards, placing lava. I'm trying to place it, I think, every 4 blocks. And then, as you can see, that fills this out just so nicely. Okay, gamers, right now you'll see I'm working on the map and I'm turning it white. I just, want a good clean background. I don't think the gray is all that good, and I just wanted the stone to be something to build on anyways. But as you think, one thing that you might notice here is that the snow layers and the wool carpets make the exact same color on the map. Now, this is very important because I just use basically all of my wool and look at how little this is covered of the map. But snow, that's so much easier to come by. Like I can make a farm for that fairly easily. And not only that, but if I were to edit this in the future, because I just want this to be a good like background color, so, which means I will definitely have to remove the layers. Snow I can mine instantly, but the wool carpets take me a while to mine. And I don't really want to be crafting like efficiency 5 on breaking 3 mending shears just for like a little bit of wool carpets. So I think I'm going to be using snow layers from now on in the rest of this map. You just saw me build a little snowman. And the reason for that is, even though I did go out and collect a bunch of snow, just snow layers from a little farm I made, and those I can still use if I need to. There's just a good quantity. I'm sure I'll find use for them in the future if I need to. But what I'm thinking of doing with these snowmen is creating a Zamboni. So I'm going to make a bunch of snowmen and then just walk them around the snow, or around the stone and create snow layers. So this, I think, should be so much faster. Like, I just think this is just like such a great idea. I am so proud of this idea, and it's clearly you can see that as I'm working on this, my progress is getting faster and faster as I find ways that work better than what I was previously doing. Although, just putting the time in does help. And look at that, we have a white canvas to work on completely blank. I was honestly expecting this to take hours, like just a long time. Especially since the stone layer did take forever. Took like a whole day. Real life day. But with the Zambonis here, the little snowman friends, they made this so easy. It honestly felt like it was just 15 minutes and the entire thing was done. These guys right here get MVP for sure. Now to start decorating it. Alright gamers, I currently do not have enough blocks to decorate the outside of the map, and I was previously using black wool carpets because, I had some wool, but obviously not enough. So I'm going to make myself some black concrete powder, and I believe the black is the same color as the wool is on the map. And, luckily, I already have a bunch of gravel and sand, and all I need now is just some dye, and I live next to a river, so I can kill some squids and get some black dye right away. I've also made some progress on the map. I've shoveled away all the snow that I was planning to put black dye or any black in or any other color in. So now you can see the general sort of outline of what I'm going to have. And now all I need to do is fill that in with black concrete or whatever color I have picked for that spot. I've now filled out every single piece of black pixel on the map that I've wanted to. Now you'll notice that the gray I've actually left for the underlines. I wanted that slightly different tone for it. But anyway, all the text is now filled out. All the borders is now filled out. All I just need to do is add some color to the arrow and the check mark. Maybe fill in the lines at the top. I'm not sure what colors I want for that yet. And then get working on the map art in the bottom right-hand corner. Okay, quick interruption from the map thing. I have two creepers in a boat here next to a lightning rod, and it is a lightning storm. Now, hopefully, the lightning will strike the lightning rod and cause the creepers to charge. Okay, so it looks like lightning has in fact struck the creepers. Now, I just need to get them into a boat somehow and replace these lightning rods that I just removed. No, it looks like the creepers despawned. Dang it, I thought they wouldn't do that. They were struck by lightning, and I wasn't even that far away. I was literally just on the top of my roof, replacing the lightning rods. And I went and got some boats to put them in, and now they're gone. Oh well, I guess I'll just maybe get lucky in the next 200 hours or whatever. Oh well. Alright gamers, I've finished the face and I've started filling in the background. Right now I've got light gray concrete, or sorry, light blue concrete as the background color, at least half of it. The other half is white and a little bit of cyan. I would have liked it to all be cyan, but I do not have anywhere near enough cyan dye to make this a feasible thing. But light blue I do have enough for, and I think I'm going to make the whole thing light blue. I was originally thinking maybe like a crisscross pattern, get some as you can see on the map there, and maybe blue and light blue and more light blue, or light blue and cyan. But I think I'm just gonna lock in and do just light blue. Check it out, see how it looks. Alright, gamers, take a look at that. We now have the full completed map. I'm not sure I'm loving the light blue on the map color, but it looks great in person, like just as a block. I would have preferred maybe the cyan and maybe the blue from the ocean, but I just feel like I'd prefer to just have a base and have built on it instead of just destroying part of the base to see the ocean underneath. I don't know, just a decisional choice by me. And I might fill in the top bar underneath the title there as well with some color. Alright, check it out, gamers. We have filled in the top bar. I've chosen yellow and light green, or lime as they call it, as wool. I just happened to have enough blocks of that, and I thought it looked nice, so I filled it in. And even though this is just something to fill in a map in the size of my hand, this actually did take an entire 2 days for me to do, just constantly placing blocks and building it 2 real-life days just on this map alone. Like, don't underestimate it. This is actually a big project, even though it may not look like it is. Now plays little propaganda maps and other things at every single major nether point, including people's bases, the general hub. We don't really have that much space going on here, so I'll have to go over topside and build some little propaganda signs up there as well. Alright, every single one of these signs has been glow inked and waxed so that people can edit it and change my message, unless without breaking it and replacing their own sign. Now, I have placed a bunch of signs all around the server. I didn't decide to show all of them because that would be a little boring. Just let you get the idea, put a couple down, and let you see what happened. Although, to be honest, there's not a lot of active members on the server anymore, so I'm not even sure if a vote's going to happen, and if it happens, what it's going to entail. Anyway, gamers, that's all for today. Make sure to like and subscribe, and hit that bell notification. Bye.